Good evening. My name's Asenes Dominguez, and I am going to do my persuasive speech. This is my audience of 3, my son, my husband, and my eldest. And there will be my audience for my speech tonight. A recent spike in unvaccinated children infant mortality rates can be attributed to several fraudulent studies linking vaccinations to autism, in which there is no scientific proof. Because of this bogus, uneducated individuals taking all this information at face value and did no further research into it, there is an apparent rise in people who are against vaccinations. Parents of children who were vaccinated have latched onto this idea with no further research and have claimed that their child was vaccinated, and in turn they are now autistic. While I respect your decision whether or not you choose to vaccinate your child, know this: you are putting your child's life at risk, because they will have no defenses over such illnesses like smallpox, rubella, mumps, and measles, which are easily preventable with the aid of vaccines. My perspective on this, due to the health risks that both my husband and my eldest child both are immunocompromised, as well as the knowledge that I have from my previous employments, which were in the medical field. I believe in the Central for Disease Control and the Health and Human Services, as well as the World Health Organization's research on the advantages of vaccines. The problem is the rising of the parents opting out on these vaccinations and weakening the herd immunity, creating outbreaks on such preventable diseases that have been previously reigned over, that have completely gone away because we've had these vaccinations. Okay, so here's the problem that we are facing right now. There is a rise of parents opting out to vaccinate their children, which is weakening our herd immunity, creating outbreaks of preventable diseases that we had previously already mostly had under control. And we're putting now immunocompromised individuals at great risk and causing deaths that could have been prevented by vaccinating infants and small children. Now, what does weakening the herd mean? It means that because you chose not to vaccinate, the one child is now sick of, let's say, mumps. So because this child is sick, he is carrying the disease and he contaminates everybody else who is in a playground, out in the open. So because that child contaminated everybody else, those that were vaccinated are fine, but the child that doesn't have the age to be vaccinated yet for that particular disease gets sick. And now he has a higher risk of losing his life because of this particular disease that could have been prevented if all the children in that playground had been vaccinated. That is one of the things that weakening the community herd explains. Okay, so we've covered herd immunity compromise. The next thing that I wanted to cover is immunosuppressant individuals. What that means is that, like, small children lack the antibodies to fight these diseases, often leading the ending of these children's lives. Also, in older people, these type of diseases for those people that are immunocompromised, that means that their defenses are already low because of a particular disease or a certain medication they may take. Their defenses are brought down. So if they come in contact with any of these diseases that can be prevented by being vaccinated, you put them at a higher risk as well. So vaccinate your children. Do your personal research. Do not rely on the research of others. Make sure you have your facts all lined up before you decide not to vaccinate or vaccinate your children. Be informed. Keep yourself informed. There are many research out there that you can rely on. Like, for example, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. They have many journals out there explaining how you can make an informed decision over whether to vaccinate your child and what kind of problems it actually brings on to your children if you choose to vaccinate. So please keep yourself informed. Do your research. Keep an open mind toward vaccines. The positives outweigh the negatives, because not only are you making a choice for the one child that may belong to you, but you're also choosing for the rest of the children and the rest of the people that surround your children that come in contact with your child. So we've covered all the horrors of not vaccinating. Keep yourself informed, do your research, and make a right choice to vaccinate your children, or outweigh the negatives and see whether you choose not to vaccinate.